Hey book besties, it is Nicole and Ash with Read With Me Sis, here to give you guys another unapologetic and unprofessional book review. So today we have a very beautiful book that we are doing. This is Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult and Jennifer Boylan. This one holds a very special place in mine and Ashley's heart. So really excited to do this review for you guys. I'm absolutely obsessed with this book, and I think Ashley is as well. No spoilers, none at all. No spoilers for this book. So we will go ahead. I'll have Ashley kind of do just like a quick summary. Again, it's going to be kind of a little difficult to do a summary without spoilers. So we'll just go ahead and get into it. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and have Ash kick it off.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to try to dance around this summary without giving any spoilers, because this book, I feel like, is one of those books that I don't often recommend this, but don't read anything about it before you go into it. Just know that it's a murder mystery. That's all you need to know. And that it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. This book is, you know, it reminds me a little bit of, if you've read Where the Crawdads Sing, I feel like a lot of you have read that book. It's a beautiful piece of literature. And this book is very similar in that regard. We do follow a murder of a young woman. We get to go through kind of the emotions and the backstory of that young woman and all of her friends and her boyfriend. This book is going to be a multiple point of view. We are going to get the woman who was murdered point of view, and we are also going to get her boyfriend's mother's point of view, which is very interesting. Mm-hmm. So we have the character Lily, and Lily is the one who was murdered. And then we have the character Olivia, and Olivia is the mother of Lily's boyfriend. And so with that being said, I don't want to share any more other than we can kind of give a brief likes and dislikes, and then we'll give a quick star rating, which I think that from just what we've said already, you can guess what our star rating is going to be.
Yeah.
But Nicole, go ahead and give us some of your likes about this.
Yeah, so main like is just the writing. I think that this is just like incredible, beyond beautiful, intense writing. And I think Jodi and Jennifer both do a really good job of like immersing you into this story, and following both of these characters and their journey and tying everything in together. And just the characters, the way the characters are written as well, like it's just such a beautiful story. You'll have to trust me here. When I originally read this book back in January, I was obsessed with it for like months. I recommended it to everyone for forever. Yeah. And I will continue to do it just because I think it's such a beautiful story. You learn so much, which was another one of my likes. Like you are just, I felt like I was a better human being after I finished this book.
I agree.
And I think it's really hard to get books like that. Like I was telling Ash, I read a lot of the time so I don't have to feel like real life things. And this is one of those books where it's like you're forced to feel like real human emotion. Mm-hmm. And I eat that shit up. Yeah. when I do read it. So yeah, main likes was just those two things. So just, you know, again, great story, great book.
I have to agree with you. I have, just disclaimer, I have no dislikes about this book. There is nothing about this book that I didn't enjoy. Maybe other than the fact that I cried multiple times reading it.
And you guys know.
I'm not a crier.
Actually, it's not a crier.
I finished it and cried. I texted Nicole and then cried, even after like an hour after finishing this book. It was so beautiful. I think that books like these are so important for us to read. It's the reason why I love fiction so much. And it's because even though what happens in this book is something that I will never experience, it allows me to have an extra sense of compassion. I have an extra little bit of understanding to what this type of character, who by the way is a very real type of character in this world. Like we are around people like this all the time. These are very like real human characters. They're not just like super fictitious. I love fantasy, and I love fantasy for the same reason that Nicole loves fantasy, because sometimes I want to kind of escape those feelings, and I don't want to, you know, think about some of the like really ugly facets that we have to deal with in everyday life. But every now and again, you stumble across a book like this, and it just helps you feel a little bit more human. and it helps you connect to people on a level that you might not have ever been able to if you didn't read a story like this.
Oh, I got chills. I'm gonna cry.
I know. It's so beautiful. It is officially probably like, it's my top 3 books. I mean, I've told Nicole before, my all-time favorite books are shockingly not fantasy stories. They are, I love Demon Copperhead. I love Where the Crawdads Sing. And I think it's because it just gives us this perspective that if you didn't read it, you wouldn't know and you wouldn't understand. And so it's really beautiful. I cannot recommend this book enough. I think that everyone needs to read it. I think that everyone needs to give themselves time while reading it, because it is something that's going to make you feel, it's going to make you have questions. I was halfway through the story and I was Googling things. Yeah. Because I felt like I didn't understand, and it just made me want to learn, which I think is really what they're trying to do in this story. So without any spoilers, please read this. I'll go ahead and say it. I mean, it was a 5-star read for me, and I do not hand out 5 stars lightly.
5 stars.
It was beautiful. I can't say anything bad about it, and I hope that more people read this. I know it's been out for a little bit, but I hope that it continues to get read. I hope people still talk about it. I hope it like really sparks important conversations with people. And you're never going to see the end coming in this book. I mean,
a little bit of on a less heavy side, right? The murder mystery aspect, I think, which is why most people probably pick this book up.
Yes.
Right? Most people probably pick this book up because it is a murder mystery. People who love murder mysteries love murder mysteries.
Yes.
You will never guess the ending to this one. And I am that person that will read a book and it's vibes, not thoughts, babe. Like, I don't want to guess the ending. But for this one, I was like, trying to, because I was like, I don't know who the fuck did this.
I usually always have, I always have a little bit of an inkling of who did it, right? When we're reading these murder mysteries, I'll get about like 60% of the way through, and sometimes you're spot on, and sometimes it's like maybe you're in between 2 people. This book had me like, I have no idea. I really have no idea who is the guilty person in this book. And I loved that. I binged this book. This book had me turning pages in the dark at like 1 a.m. I could not put this book down. It is so binge worthy. It's so beautifully written. Oh yeah. I mean, the bees, like Olivia, one of the point of views that we get is the mother. Olivia is a beekeeper, and it is just so beautiful hearing her talk about these like magical, insects that, like, all the amazing things they do and the history about them, and there's some really fun facts there, and it's just, it's really beautiful. 10
out of 10, 5 out of 5, whatever you want to say. This book. Just read this book. That's my final thought. I have no dislikes. I really want you guys to read this. Yes. I beg everyone that I meet that reads to read this book. Again, pick it up, check it out, Kindle, whatever, physical copy. I'll lend you mine. It's gone through my whole family. So if you want the copy, let me know.
We'll it to you. We'll ship it out. No, if there's one book that you read that we recommend, just make it this one. Just read this.
Yep. And if you guys do read it, or if you have read it and you did guess who the person was that did it, please let us know in the comments, because my hat's off to you. You must read a lot of murder mysteries.
But no spoilers in the comments. Just let us know if you guess it.
Let us know if you guess it. So with that being said, a beautiful book. I really recommend it. I know Ashley does to everyone too. If you guys want to see any more of our reviews, head over to our Instagram, our YouTube, whatever you follow us on, check it out. We have a lot of good content coming. We have a lot of good content that we have done in the past. If you guys have any recommendations for us, also let us know. We read a lot of different genres. So drop a comment and just let us know what your guys' favorite read has been so far this year. Maybe we'll pick it up. We probably will. We read a lot. So with that being said, we are headed out. So come read with us, sis. We'll see you guys next time.